Go ahead and just start it, right? Okay,
What?
and we'll share the microphone.
Right here. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
So you're looking.
I'm looking.
He's looking at you. You're seeing the screen. Gosh, this is so informal.
It's super informal.
Do you need to wash your hands?
I would love that.
Everybody runs over. That's the only sink we got.
I know.
Now, do you live in Kentucky?
I do at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
My husband's in the military, so we
Okay.
travel around. That's why we're in Washington and how we met, and that's why we're in Kentucky now.
Isn't it cool?
Stationed at Fort Knox.
Here, we'll come over here.
Yeah, and you were in. She was in the military too, or
Nope, just my husband.
got it?
We just met at the college.
Okay, so.
We went to school together, and then we also worked together. So.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
probably what we need to do is probably
I
take
know. Start at the
literally.
beginning.
We've attacked them. They've come in here. Dave brought them in here. They are here to pick up. You want to introduce
Incred-I-Box.
an Incred-I-Box.
31.
Yes.
Which I'm
Number
gonna,
31.
Number 31.
Oh,
That
I'm
is so
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I was 27, and then it moved around several times, and I was like, house. And I'm like, Randy, don't pause. Just go to 31, and I just need my house, because I have no housing back in Seattle now. I used it all up.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Randy. I really appreciate it. We're really excited.
So one of the reasons that you got an Incred-I-Box was why?
Cost of living has skyrocketed, so someone on minimum wage can no longer survive in Seattle. You have to be a couple or make good money. I'm making decent money.
Yeah.
Or roommates or something. We were
roommates,
just talking about roommates.
Crowded. I've been enjoying the country, the lack of people so much.
Yeah.
And I think when I get things squared away, I'm probably going to come back. And I'm planning to get more tiny houses
Oh.
and have a little piece of property with tiny houses.
All right. Now you think about coming back to Tennessee?
Yeah, or
We'd
Kentucky.
love to have you. There you go. Or
Well.
Kentucky. It's beautiful.
She has a free parking spot. I'll take it.
Yes. There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, did you get a big? Do you all have like? What's it like? Is it packed? Do you have a lot of people there? What's going on
It's really
there?
packed. And
I heard that.
The homeless population has exploded. RVs are everywhere.
Wow.
And the drug problems are really bad. And people keep getting shot in the last month.
way.
There's been several shootings. And I'm like,
Every day, the last few days.
No.
In Seattle.
do I want to
Yes.
go back? I keep asking myself, do I want to go back to Seattle? I'm like, well, I have to wrap things up. So I have to go back and I have to have a place to live.
Yeah.
So the house has to go back for its
Well.
time being.
You were in need.
Yes, I was literally down to my last day when everything changed. We were going to have the house shipped, and I had no place to go. And I'm like, I have one more day because everything got shortened up and no housing. And she's like, get on the plane. And I'm like, I'm on the plane.
I was like, I looked you guys up and I'm like, you guys are only 5 hours away. Like,
Yeah.
just come fly to me
Yeah.
and we'll drive down and
Perfect.
come get it. And that
Get it.
it would be cheaper than having it shipped there.
Right.
No
Man.
offense to the people that did have it shipped there, but with
Right.
love our
gas
shippers,
prices right
but
now.
it's
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah,
The
gas
cost
Yeah,
of
they
gas.
are insane. I know it. And you guys, and these are so lightweight, you can haul them
Right.
yourself.
Have
no
you ever
problem.
hauled before?
No.
You're gonna
She's not gonna have a problem.
drive it like a car.
Ah!
Drive it like I stole it, okay, Randy? Give me back my money.
That's right. Yeah, that's like Lucas said. Drive it like you stole
Drive it like you stole
So
it.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm
Just
going to
go.
just go, and I'm going
You'll
to
be
cross my
fine.
fingers and not back up.
These are a lot easier to haul than these big tiny homes we normally build.
Yeah.
You just go with it.
Super
yeah.
light.
This is the
Aw.
stories. Not that we don't appreciate everyone who has bought an Incred-I-Box, but this is the type of story right
Yeah.
here that the Incred-I-Box was really made for. Is that desperately needed
Right.
housing?
Because it's just too expensive. I mean, I don't know how they expect us to live.
I don't either.
I mean, I spent 5 years spending 80% of my money on just housing.
Oh,
Just housing.
That's
Well,
way out of balance.
Yeah, way out of balance.
It's insane.
Should be 30%.
Right.
Yeah, it
Now,
should,
now,
right.
how are you going to put it in Seattle, the zoning, and
Right.
allow you to do
There
that?
is a couple RV parking places, and I found one that we're in communication. It's kind of sketchy. I'm kind of like,
Just saying.
We'll just
Yeah.
feel like
We'll see.
Seattle's sketchy.
We might be here a little longer than I thought, but I need
Mhm.
healing time, so hopefully the boss will just pay me to go back to school
Yeah.
and get some more degrees.
Because you do have a great job.
I do. I'm an irrigation technician.
Oh,
For a city rain in Seattle, you want us. We're
That's
good.
exactly right.
There you go.
We rock.
Irrigation technician.
Don't we need
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
We need you.
What? You do? Give me one more year. I'll be back.
Okay.
She'll be
Awesome.
back.
Let my kid get through high school.
Oh, that
Figure
is right.
himself.
That's right. So now the kid's going to be in the Incred-I-Box.
We're gonna cram together, and when you put two people with Tourette's in the same room, you just watch.
Oh, you both have Tourette's.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
girl, boy?
He's a boy.
Boy. Okay.
Yeah. So we meet our challenges
Yeah.
with some frustration and laughter.
There you go.
Lots of laughter.
Lots of laughter. You got to have
Oh
the
my
laughter.
God! Some of the things we say, it's just like, really. I was walking down somewhere and I said, I grew wings last night, and people all looked at me and I was like, okay, here we go. And then I ran past a bunch of people because I was about to tell them they were going to die in a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just your brain. Sometimes you're able to know what you're going to say and you can stuff it back down.
Yeah.
And other times it's like everything shuts off.
It just comes out.
And it's like, boom, and you're like, that was awkward. Mid-paragraph.
So, and it's a big misconception, I guess, of that all you do is cuss. That's not what it is.
No, only
That's
11% of people with Tourette's have corpalalia,
Yeah.
which is a very hard word to say.
Yeah,
but
they're
stop.
I
very-
think she has it.
Well, I have it by choice.
You know, 1 in 111 people has some form of Tourette's, from like clicking their teeth or fluttering
Yes,
an eyelid.
I've
Something
heard that.
so mild that nobody ever notices. They just
Yeah.
think it's a quirk.
Mhm.
But all the other stuff that's going on up here, it's a war. Every day
Yes.
is a war, and nobody really understands
Right.
unless they have a neurological condition with all the other aspects of it.
And is it born with it, or is it something that?
It is genetic.
Okay.
50% chance your children will have it, but I didn't know I had Tourette's till I was 37.
Oh, really?
Because when I get nervous, sometimes I get a British accent, or I'll tap a pattern on my knees.
Yes.
Or go wee around the corner.
Right.
And we never knew until my son manifested, and 9 days later I got off my motorcycle and my hands started jumping when I sat down on the couch, and I went, what? And then the other one went, and then I
No.
lost it, and Trisha came to my house. She dropped everything and came over and drove me to work for the next couple of months.
Aw.
Because I couldn't even drive. It was crazy.
So where it's neurology.
Neurology.
Yeah.
Neurological.
Neurological. Yes.
Everybody's stuttering this
So, no.
morning. No coffee.
So, and it affects your movement. It can affect
Yeah.
you physically too.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
now, how do you all know each other?
We worked together and went to school together in Seattle.
Okay.
So
you all
just-
grew up in Seattle?
No, she was.
I went to school. I went to college.
Oh, went to college there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I went to college.
So we
Exactly.
went to college.
Ah, you know, first thing she said when she seen me, Amanda.
What?
Put the camera on. What you first thing she said? You said when you seen me.
You're real.
You're real.
She said I was short.
Tell everybody that now they know.
I am. I'm only 5'4". Is your all's house up here?
That's my house.
Right here.
Driving by my house.
You're passing by.
This one?
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, there it is.
Beautiful. Nice and exciting.
Oh my God, it's exciting.
Very.
I was gonna show you my house before we left over there.
Oh, I looked at your house so many times.
I was gonna let you
sat and
inside, yeah.
watched your videos, and
Gosh.
I must have rewatched them over a dozen times.
Aw, well, you know, you do that when you're gonna buy one, you know? Yep.
Well,
What?
Microphone.
Okay.
I didn't pay for all of this by myself. A lot of the money was donated to me
That is
Really?
so
because I
awesome.
couldn't afford it.
Oh my God,
So-
that's so nice.
Aw.
Would you hold that?
I will hold that for you. There you go.
Now we just need to get Amanda to do that.
You
Exactly.
gotta be kidding me.
Aw.
Come on, Amanda. Oh my gosh. You can do it.
So you been inside yet?
Yep. I crawled up in here as soon as I found my name, and I realized the door was unlocked.
Oh my goodness.
And everything is what you expected?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't need the hot water tank or the toilet probably, but we'll see what happens where I end up parking.
Yeah. If you do go somewhere where it has that,
Yeah.
you'll be fine, you know?
What do I
Exactly.
do with it if I don't need it?
The water heater?
Yeah.
We can just take it out, you know, and plug the lines up, you know?
I figured I'd keep it if the parking spot works out.
That's a neat thing.
I will use it for the time being and then sell it used, I guess.
So you won't need a water heater?
Well, I was gonna put a gas one in. I like that it's
Oh,
up
I get
there
ya.
instead of right here.
Right. depends on what model you use. You can put your gas water heater right there.
That's the plan because I love ungodly long showers, which makes the
My kids
water
do
bill
too.
enormous.
Man, you need to come up here. Yeah.
The water is
I do
so
not
expensive
go
in
on my
Seattle.
knees. I go on my butt.
That's the best way to do it.
Perfect.
And I even got the floor color I wanted. I was like, let it be gray, let it be gray.
Nice. Good. Good. So what we've changed a little bit, and here, you want me to help you?
Yeah.
Look at
See,
her.
I can't do that.
Get your cup. Yeah.
Well,
Let
we're
the door
kind of
shut.
limber.
So what I like about what we're doing, because you got your two plugs, your switches,
Oh, you got the two
your
plugs
panel
now.
box is here,
Yep.
but we've covered the water heater with just this piece of sheet metal
This
here.
is the new. Yes.
Just so you don't see all the wiring and everything coming behind the box and that. Of course, you got your storage still, hang curtains, but I just like how we're changing a little bit as we go, a little bit different.
I'm really excited to stick magnetic racks to the walls.
Yes.
And I have a lot of art pieces. I was gonna cover the whole ceiling with my art.
Oh, that
Really?
would be
Magnetic
great.
up there, because I was like, I don't have a lot of wall space. I need cabinets, but I need my art.
Yeah,
So I was gonna stick it
On
to
the
the
ceiling.
ceiling, yeah.
nice.
And then I was gonna put a little tiny twin mattress up there.
So above your windows.
Yep. We're gonna have a little sleeping spot right above the windows.
Okay, and I don't know, that's probably 28, 30 inches,
It's a good amount.
so it's enough.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you could lower it here if you needed to, you know. Look at
I
him.
thought about. Come on, buddy. Look! Look, he's in my house.
Good boy.
Just don't hide the leg.
I mean, you could lower it over the window part.
He's got her water.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
he's thirsty. Just let him drink it.
Go pumpkin.
You don't know better.
Now he's gonna drink it.
Good boy. Drink some water. Did you want something to drink?
Tell
Oh,
me.
yep. I've been christened with drool. It's
He
official.
follows us everywhere.
Oh, he's your
I
baby boy.
love that HAULED tour. Oh my God.
Isn't that pretty?
You know you want one,
I'm in
Trisha.
love with that house.
You totally could do a 30-footer with the dog. You
Minus
could.
the fake leaf or the fake foliage.
Yeah.
I would replace it with real foliage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was the intention.
Right, right. Oh,
Yep.
Oh, I
absolutely.
just noticed the little flower box is curved.
Yeah.
You can't see that from the video, that it actually has a little spot for flowers.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought what was cool too is along with the ESP, we just did, how many of the Hobbits did we do ESP? 3 or 4?
5.
5. We did 5 altogether. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure
Which
did.
came out really cool. And they had a Hobbit door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we get things rolling in the assembly line, that's what we're hoping is we can change up the assembly line. And so we want to do 30 hobbits. We can just run 30 hobbits through the assembly line and get them done and then go back and
Yeah.
stuff.
There you go,
So
water
that's
in
what
there,
we're
sweetie.
looking forward to doing.
You can
Look at him.
stop all you want, but there you go.
And just real quick, just to kind of recap what we were talking about in there. You're from Seattle.
Yep.
Yep.
Driving it back, never towed anything in my life.
Oh man.
Oh my god, I'm a little nervous.
Grab it like you stole it. Just go.
Yep, I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
drive it like I stole it.
All right, you'll be fine. And like we've had one go to Seattle.
Yep.
Didn't you have 2?
That was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The first one.
To Seattle.
And then-
I was like, oh, you should have switched with them.
Oh man. We should get them together if they want to.
I know we need to find out where.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That
Okay.
have
happens.
an Incred-I-Box location.
We'll contact them and
Yeah.
see if you guys want to get together.
That
on
would be awesome.
That would be very cool.
I would love to have an Incred-I-Box, you know, kind of like
Community.
Yeah,
I
club
want you
or,
to build
you
a
know.
community in Seattle. I
Kinda
want
like
you to
a
buy
yacht
land
club.
there and build us a community.
I know.
That would be neat.
Build us a community, man. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Just
Yeah,
do
do
it.
it.
Just do it.
I'd love to.
You remember in the very beginning when
That's true.
when I first started watching your videos, you were like, I have this dream of having spots where you can just pull in, park your tiny house, stay for a few months if you want to, and then go on your way.
Yes.
I still want you to do that.
I want to do that.
Because I totally
Yeah.
would travel with this.
I think that right there is why I've switched over from customs, because it absorbs so much energy
Right.
from us. To get something a little more like this is going to allow me to get away from here and to do more of what I envisioned
Yeah.
when I first started. Across the street, we're getting a complete plan of the mountain. Once that's rolling, it's just like, guys, just do it. And then I can go to the next one. I've been thinking so much of going west in building communities like this.
It's
But-
really
It's
beautiful
needed.
countryside, and it's needed.
Yeah.
It's
Very much
really
needed.
needed.
And really, just touch base one more time about the price. I cannot believe, this is of course $20,000, but the cost that it is for living.
Yeah.
The lot that they're renting for.
Your lot in
is
the
unbelievable.
RV park is $700 a month?
It's a single lot in an area with houses around it that has septic and water.
It was like $1,000 a month to rent that space.
No, that was the other one. There was
Okay.
another spot without septic, they say you have water, but legally I can't put in a French drain to drain water because they're 50 feet from the stream.
Wow.
And she wanted $1,000 to park there and for me to go to a gym. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Go to a gym to go to the bathroom
Go
and
to
shower.
bath, yeah. And I'm like, I did not buy a house with all of
Yeah.
this to go and do that. It's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand you're trying to pay your mortgage and everything, but you
Yeah.
have other renters. You can make it fair, not be greedy.
Now, and that's what we're hearing. We're hearing people say, the reason why I even come here, they're even reconsidering, like, I would have never thought about coming to Tennessee, but they do, because we charge $200 lot rent.
Yeah, that's
Because we're only gonna charge $300 at the mountain.
Randy. We'll just.
Yeah, people are too greedy, they're taking
Yep.
too much, and like you said, they're trying to pay their mortgage on people who are desperate, needing a place to put their home.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like we're eating each other.
I know.
We're eating our young. We're not
Yes.
not even
We're
considering
not helping.
anybody.
Right.
Yeah. I was watching the other day the movie The Big Short back in '08, and it showed how the crash and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Well, the guy, what was it, William Barry or something like that, who's seen the big crash coming, and he said he's predicting it again, and you know what
absolutely.
he bases it on?
Yes.
Is our greed.
Yes.
Yep, it
That's
is.
right.
He bases it on our
Human
greed
greed.
because we will eat each other. I'm going to charge you as much as I can get out of you, get all my money, and then the economy crashes and I lose, you lose, we all lose.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to make it work.
Spread it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Spread it out, make it work. Let's get by. Let's
Because
do
if you drain every person on every lot in here, how are they gonna live?
They can't make
How are they
it.
gonna end up and pay you whenever
Yeah.
it comes down to it?
If
It's
you want
crazy.
more money, you don't charge more.
you work harder.
You work harder, you develop more, you invent more, you do more,
Yeah.
you, all that, instead of trying to suck one person
Right.
dry. You know? So that's why, to me, this is a hamburger.
Yeah.
It's a $5 hamburger, and I'm not gonna charge $10 for it. I'm just gonna make more $5 hamburgers.
Right.
If I wanna make more.
See,
Because
That's
Yeah.
the best way to do it, is
Yeah.
to have other people that are willing to go out there to make homes or have rent or whatever that is an actual reasonable price. I
Yes.
feel like that's what we're gonna have to do, is just undercut people in order to get it back down to where
Yeah.
people can actually
Yep.
afford to live.
Right.
If the world would find out, and I know this ain't a big 30-footer, but if the world would find out that they can buy an economical home, then they're gonna stop buying these $100,000 tiny homes, and then they're gonna go out and they're gonna say, or I've gotta lower my cost so I can compete.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm hoping that we'll just destroy the market
Yeah.
with it. That's a
I
big,
hope so.
And
I
Tax.
hope so too.
You know,
because,
Yeah, and we're drawing a crowd here that almost everybody's from out of state. We don't have really any local people that are here.
Yeah.
But they are changing Newport for the better.
yeah, they are.
So we have people who are happy, they can afford their lot rent, they can afford stuff, they can afford to go out and eat in restaurants. So they're adding to,
Yep.
they're getting part-time jobs, full-time jobs, they're gardening, they're actually able to buy plants and extra stuff, porches, they're doing
you're
stuff
doing a good job.
to
Convincing
beautify.
me to stay.
Aw.
It's really, I feel like the communities have come together.
Yeah, we're just starting. We haven't even
Just
really,
starting.
got rolling here yet. So,
Look at Ace, he's such a mess.
so you're taking it today.
Yep.
What are you driving?
My
That beats
F1, my F-150.
Your F-150.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's all you need.
There
It's
you
under
go.
5,000 pounds.
I'm gonna rent a vehicle to go back to Washington with after
Okay.
we got this fixed up.
You're gonna rent the
Okay.
same vehicle.
Most likely, because the
You're
gas
trying to find the
mileage
same
on that is
vehicle.
actually
Yeah.
really impressive.
Is it?
We've only used half a tank to come down here from Kentucky.
That's great.
Right,
It's a
and
big tank though, and it's like $100 to fill.
Yes,
That's
sure
24
is.
gallons. That's my truck, and you get twice the mileage as my personal vehicle.
I just put 200 in that diesel.
Yeah,
Ouch.
It was like, oh my God.
that hurts.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Randy, where are you
Hey,
gonna?
hey, I know, he's rubbing his neck raw.
Still, I
Yeah.
know.
Still
You're
got a
gonna get
red
the cone
spot.
of shame, buddy.
I know, poor thing.
Aw.
Randy, where are you signing?
No,
Where
see
do you
that?
want him to sign this house?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been signing it inside the cabinet,
I do too.
back up inside there so it doesn't,
Isn't that
it's not
cool?
I
evident.
love that.
You put a
Too
little bit
much.
of polish.
I know I'll never take this wall out. I might change a cabinet though.
Okay.
Because I keep thinking farm sink right here.
Aw. All right.
So-
Then we sign it in here.
Yeah.
I'll sign it back here.
Oh no, sign it like that.
Stop, you don't want me up front.
Yes, we do.
Do what she
Yes.
says.
Listen
See,
to
that's
me,
his
baby.
problem right there.
How's that?
There you go. You gotta date it, right? You want the date
What's
or
today?
not? It's up to you.
629?
28?
No,
Or
29.
no,
Well,
Nobody has a
no
phone.
one knows.
I don't have my phone with me.
You have your phone.
Wait, wait a minute. She said it's the 29th.
Yes.
It is the 29th. I think it's
22.
phone a friend. Like, oh, that's awesome. 629. That's it.
Randy.
Aw, that's so
I
cool.
really appreciate it.
Aw.
Keep doing good work and helping us. We need it.
I will.
There's a lot of people making not enough money to survive because the way the cost of living is, and it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Nobody. It's very frustrating.
It's rewarding for me, for sure. It's rewarding, and like I said, it's a whole philosophy that I have.
I was relieved. I called up and I'm like, do you know when my house is gonna be? Well, here's 3 months, and I'm like, oh no. And then I'm like, I watched all your videos. I'm like, okay, we're about 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's good because I had until the 31st, and then the person I was staying with, she's having her family move in downstairs. So everything got moved forward, and then I was suddenly didn't have a home. So flew to Trisha's, and now I'm here, and now I have a house,
Nice.
shelter. I have shelter, and that's because of you and your recycling, saving the planet, and giving us houses. So
Cool.
thank you,
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Isn't that neat?
Aw.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just want to kiss everything I get, and it just won't fit in
It's
my
your
arms.
home, man.
Darn.
Well, we're excited. Do you like the new design? I'm curious. This is
I
the
do
first time.
like it. I really think that this was a good plan because I was like, I need the space.
Yep.
And I'm like, where am I going to put my tiny dishwasher? Because I have a tiny dishwasher. So I'm like, can I put it there? Can I put it underneath the fridge? I haven't decided yet.
See, this is the fun part now. And then too, you're in the running, and we talked about it earlier. She's in the running to decorate the house to win another house. If you were to win, and I wanted to ask anybody that was able to, if you win, what are you going to do with that house?
I'm going to give it to my son.
That's so awesome.
That way I know he has shelter and he's not going to go out into the world as a young adult and spend every penny for a roof over his head.
That's right.
He's going to have a
Wonderful.
house.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's,
Love it.
yeah.
That's what you do. That's right there. That's what you do.
Well, I'd like to eventually get enough of these little houses for my whole family and have us
Yeah.
all sheltered
That's right.
and not have to pay the outrageous sums of money people are asking for housing.
That's right.
But it doesn't help that property taxes in Washington is...
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't help when one person will own 6, 8, 9 houses, and then they rent it out instead of being able to sell a house to somebody who needs to buy a house.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it would be a mortgage payment is cheaper than rent,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no how nobody's
Yeah.
willing to sell the
I
house
couldn't
because
rent
they'd
a
rather
place.
get
Right.
the rent.
The rent.
I
Yeah.
couldn't rent a place because I have no credit history. I don't use my credit. I couldn't even get a loan for this.
Mm-hmm.
And because no one I've lived with has submitted rental history, I have 0. And nobody will rent to me, even with a cosigner that
Wow.
is a self-made, independent, wealthy man.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have no other option but this. So I'm really glad that you made this house because
Man.
I've been designing my own tiny house for 2 years, 3 years, and I'm like, I want this and this and this, and my son's like, Mom, I'm gonna move out next year. You don't need all that.
No.
I'm like, oh, you're right.
Aw.
So
Smart kid.
Yes.
Oh.
Because I had something really elaborate going on.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He was like, no, Mom, I'm moving out. I'm not gonna stay.
Yeah.
You know, once I graduate, I'm gone. And I'm like, oh, okay.
We're
Yep.
rethink this.
Yeah, I have to say this is very eye-opening for me, and I'm sure for Randy too, because like I said, we get to stay in our bubble here. We're working all the time,
Yeah.
but we knew that the housing crisis, that it is major. But hearing this just adds on. It's the heaviness. I'm like, I can't believe
Yeah.
it's so bad.
And to think that you're
People
working,
are suffering.
you're working everything you got
Doing
just
all you
right.
can.
A house that you don't even own.
I know.
Oh God.
That's rough.
It is. It really is. See that? People that are renting out houses for ungodly prices? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
The
Exactly.
For the amount of money that we paid in rent for the 2 years that we lived there, we could have bought 2 of her houses, almost 3 of these houses.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
It's
like
that
even like so, my husband's military, and we get what's called a BAH, and it doesn't matter where you go. Like people can look up like what your rank is and how much your BAH is, and they will charge you the full
The
amount.
full
of that
amount.
because they know
Because
how
they
much
can.
it is.
Because they can.
Because they can.
Because they can.
Not realizing that BAH is for, well, it's housing, and it's also for your bills like electric and water and
Cost
stuff
of
like
living
that.
in that area, yeah.
But
So all of it ends up going to rent, and then you just have to come
Instead.
out of pocket the rest
Yeah.
of it.
Yep.
Yeah. And the people that are charging the rent, their cost hasn't went up. They got a set mortgage.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everything they have
Yeah.
is set. They're just grabbing more money.
And
Because
even
they
the
can.
house that we were renting, this guy had bought it when it went into foreclosure. So he didn't buy it for very much either. And actually, in the middle of COVID, he decided he was going to sell the house, and which forced us to find a different house. And he gave us less than a month notice.
Wow.
He still put us in a different house, but that was still like in the middle of COVID. And like if he would have waited, he could have sold his house for probably $200,000 more than what he did. So
Yeah.
literally
Just
got
a piece of acreage that's .23 was over $200,000 without a house on it.
What?
0.23.
Where at? In
0.23
Seattle?
Quarter of
in
an acre.
Seattle, yeah.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And that's,
that 3-bedroom house that I was telling you
Yes.
about with the friend that rented it all out, that was $1 million home.
Yeah.
and that's what happens. See, all those things
Ridiculous.
combined together creates an entire misfunctional economic
Yeah.
society in that cosmical area right there. And then all that feeds where people now have to live on the street, have to get out, live
Have
with
to roommate
families.
together,
They're
everything.
all the stuff
Live
you
in their
throw.
cars.
You live in their cars. Then you had to throw COVID on
But
top
and
of
what's
it and everything
bad
else.
is you can't get out of that cycle.
get
No.
stuck.
You get
If
trapped.
if
How you gonna
somebody
get out of
does
there?
not help you, you can't get out of that cycle
Correct.
ever.
Where are you gonna go?
How are you going to get out of that?
Yeah, but the homeless, it came from the greed
Yes.
of everybody just forcing everybody instead of everybody trying to help each other. You don't have to give. I don't have to give all I have away,
Right.
but I can give enough to just be fair.
Be fair.
You
right.
know? Yeah. So. man.
Wow. You know what I try to look through eyes of, and I'd say probably a lot of people do too, is that look at it when you go to rent, people who have property or something and you're renting, think about, you could be my daughter.
Yes.
Is that your son? Is that your daughter? How do you want them treated? Your family? Would you want them,
Yeah.
how could you help? So try
What's the
to
golden
think.
rule, man?
I know, golden rule, exactly. Try to think about that.
Yeah. Doing others
Yeah.
if you want them to do to you.
Right.
You know. So there you go.
And two, and you giving that to your son's learned that, your philosophy and how you are, and he'll pass that along and pass it along, and that's how you make change. So
Yeah.
we are excited for you. We're happy for you.
That's
We're
awesome.
thankful for you guys being
Yep.
friends and helping, you know.
And we're gonna
Amazing.
keep track of what you do to your house.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna try to do some videos on it.
All
There
right.
you go.
Put them on
Perfect.
YouTube. I'm a little nervous.
There you go. No,
But
do
I'm
it.
already, 100,000
do it.
people are
Oh,
gonna
you'll
see
be
me now.
fine.
Just
Turn on the
do
camera
it.
and go. That's
Yeah.
all you do. Put it on a
That's
tripod
what
and
we
do
do.
it. Yeah.
Don't pick your nose, right?
Well,
It
no.
might get more views.
You get more views, I'm just saying. Well, thank you all so much, and be safe going back.
I will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. And look at Ace.
You ready to go, buddy? Come on. Come on.
One